Hi, I'm Hallmark Daddy, and I love Hallmark movies and mysteries, flying movies.
They call me Panda. I like Hallmark movies and mysteries, flying movies.
This is Devil Dog coming in for a land in on these Hallmark movies and mysteries movies. I despise them. This is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's this podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Stop what you're doing.
Hey, listen.
Go to philo.tv/DTH. I cannot stress this enough.
I thought it was a weird choice for the Notes of Autumn Fall movie with Luke McFarlane for us to wear these outfits.
Yeah,
sure.
But we decided that we wanted to support the I guess the Thunderbirds for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thunderbirds.
we are.
Wouldn't we?
The Thunderbirds. Hope everybody's doing well. Big day today,
Oh,
Wednesday,
yeah.
the day that Hallmark's releasing the schedule.
Tomorrow, you mean Thursday at noon?
I thought it was 2 days from now on Friday.
You thought it was Friday.
I thought it was Friday,
Well,
man.
I
That's
hope
a
it's not on Friday.
boy. You're
You guys
dumb.
have to
Talk
rush
about
into the
ruining a week.
office.
Yes.
You are downright dumb. You're
Yeah.
downright dumb. I hope everybody is doing a lot.
Yeah.
Just pull that. Yeah, you got it. He got it. He's
Sometimes
good.
it's tough in these suits.
Yeah.
Brandon, you look positive.
So comfy.
You look positively poured into your suit, man.
You don't even need a
like
microphone
it's an
stand.
airbrush. It's unbelievable.
Man.
You look
Go.
like a floating head.
Go to 2 real quick.
Real
Go to,
quick.
go to 2.
Yeah. It's just a head. It's just your head behind one of those cutouts.
All right.
Yep. You look so comfy. Yep.
Oh, man.
We are.
Air Force has been good to him.
Oh. Yeah,
We-
Brandon, it's just like the suit. I think it adds 10 or 15 pounds is all.
It does say that on the label.
It
does
does
say
say on the
that.
label. It does.
It does say that.
You're right.
Really excited to be here today. I didn't know that Hallmark was gonna do a Top Gun 3, but they did it
Yeah,
this
they
week,
did.
which is very exciting.
did.
Guys, have you ever flown on a plane like this?
Have we
jet?
ever flown on a fighter jet with the Air Force?
No.
Oh, that's what this is.
That's
you?
what that was.
Have you, Bran?
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, I have.
You have.
Yeah.
Really?
Just like that.
Just
Just
like
like
that.
suit and everything.
When was that?
What's today?
Today's Wednesday, right?
It was yesterday.
Oh,
Yesterday.
Wow. That's a quick turn.
Is that when you gained all the weight?
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
from the G-forces?
the
Is that what happened?
G-force. A lot of
do
people
20
think.
pounds. That's
Well,
true.
a lot of people think the G-forces push you back.
push you, yeah.
In my case, it all came forward. In my case, everything came out.
Yours and the pilots.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
weird.
man.
It was very weird.
You know what the thing is we did have a sponsor for this. Somebody bought all these for us so we didn't have to.
Yeah.
No, we just spent our
Oh,
own money.
yeah, yeah,
We
just
just
out of
spent
pocket.
the business's
Yep,
money.
yep.
If you're on Bramble Jam Plus
Thank you.
and you pay us monthly, this is what it goes to. We're sitting around and we decide if Niall Mater gets to wear one of these, even though he's not in the Thunderbirds, then we can wear
do
one
we.
of these if we're not in the Thunderbirds. And so now this happened. $180 later, this happened.
LeBron.
I hope you're happy.
Kobe.
Oh,
Pump fake.
man.
You've never looked more fluid, Brent.
Jiminy
We're talking
Christmas.
about "Come Fly Away with Me." Come fly with me. They didn't play that song once.
Not a single time.
September 15th, 2023.
You look like you're slowly disappearing
breath.
into your
I
stomach.
do. I do want to say happy birthday to my wife today, the 20th. Thanks for sticking with me.
Through all of it.
Yeah, through all of it.
Through all of it, thick and thin.
Yep.
And it went a little something like this. Captain Emma Fitzgerald is a new member of the Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds?
Thunderbirds. Whoa. Thunderbirds. Whoa. Thunderbirds. She has a daughter named
Everything
Lucy.
is more work for you right now.
Yeah, she has a daughter named Lucy.
Your name tag is pointed straight to the sky. It is being held up at gunpoint.
A Maverick. Call me Maverick.
Call me Mav. Hallmark Daddy Maverick.
Call me Hallmark Daddy Maverick.
It doesn't Velcro down there, you dummy.
Well, you don't know what.
You just can't see it, Dan.
Yeah, you can't see
way
it
down
sometimes
there.
and stuff.
About that.
That's wonderful.
Has a daughter named. She has a daughter named Lucy, who meets a girl named Alice, who freaking loves planes. Alice's dad is Paul. He is a widower who is struggling to run his store while being a single parent to a daughter with a heart condition. She has a heart condition. I don't know if I mentioned that. Despite that heart condition, Lucy really wants to be a pilot herself. So the girls they're hanging out a lot. Emma, she's training to be a Thunderbird, and so she's working a lot. She's having to spend a lot of time just like focusing on flying, and so that means that Emma and Alice are just hanging out all the time at Paul's store, just like hanging out in the tent and stuff. And so Emma Fitzgerald, no, not right now. Emma Fitzgerald comes by the store to pick up Lucy, and they do a little flirty flirt. Her and Paul do. Paul gives her a raccoon. A raccoon.
In the soft sciences, we call that a raccoon.
A stuffed animal raccoon. They really hit it off. And the good news is this, guys. Paul's, how do I say this? I think Paul is Paul from the Bible. He's the best person in the entire world.
He is.
So good, in fact, that he wins like Guy of the Year.
Chief of Sinners?
He wins Guy of the Year.
Guy of the Year?
Guy of the Year.
Wow.
He wins it. And he gets to go flying up there with the Thunderbirds. Because he's Guy of the Year.
Yeah.
So that's good news. They end up going out one night, talking about life, shooting a stick.
Yep.
Is that what they call billiards?
Yep, they sure
shooting
do.
stick.
They do.
Shooting stick.
It's one of those shoot stick.
Yeah.
And they
Poor
dance.
stick. Poor
They
guy.
dance and they
Never had a
kiss.
chance.
Sound the alarm. The next day, though, after feeling after feeling like she needs to focus more on being a Thunderbird, she tells Paul that she can't do this with him right now. But Paul's supportive. He's like, "Listen, I get it, man. I get it. I know how this goes."
Are you going to make it?
Yeah.
By the end of this, you're just going to see Brand's hair.
So.
Yep.
So the next day, he takes the girls to an air show, and his daughter, Alice, his daughter Alice with the heart condition.
Sure.
She's like getting so worried. She's so pumped about the planes and stuff. And after the show, she like is clearly having a heart attack.
Some kind of heart issue for sure.
What happened? Her heart issue flares
Yeah,
up.
half her heart
Wait,
fell
her heart issue
asleep.
doesn't flare up. Her heart is like she's having basically heart failure.
Yeah, half of
Don't
it
act
doesn't
like
work.
you know everything.
I don't know.
It'd be
You're
great if it would
you-
flare up, because then it would
Listen,
work really well.
You're acting like you know
we're
everything.
a team here, all right?
Yeah, we're all in this
You're acting
together.
like you know everything.
I'm just saying, she didn't have a flare up.
No.
It's not like she has eczema. She has a heart that's dying.
Why are you making fun of people that have eczema?
I'm not.
I have
Seems like you are. So they go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Hey, we had a heart, but it's gone now."
Oh, somebody else had a flare up.
Someone else had a flare.
Did it to the
We lost the heart, and so
Had a heart.
Emma is like, "Over my dead body."
Somebody else did get the heart. They just couldn't get it transported.
So she's like, "I'm gonna fly my plane, and I'm gonna pick up the heart myself." As a member of the Thunderbirds, you can do that. You can go, you can pick up hearts. It's like you go through the drive-thru. I'll take 2 burgers, 1 heart, call it a day.
Blind yourself there. Careful.
Flies it back, saves her life. Paul's like, "If I didn't love you already, I love you now. You saved my daughter's life." Literally says that he loves her. They do kiss, big ones. 1 year later, they're getting married, everybody. 1 year later, they're getting married. She finally tells him at the altar what her call sign of... What's her
Blitz?
called? Of Blitz means. We're not privy to that information, but she does tell him. They're married now, and we're all better for it. And that, my friends, was Come Fly Away with
Did
Me.
you say away?
I did.
Come away with me to another place.
We're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be right back.
bigger
Here
chair.
on Deck the
Danger
Hallmark.
Zone. Deck the Hallmark.
What's up? Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. We're talking about Fly Away with Me, the latest Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movie. More of a movie than it is a mystery in this case.
For sure.
We'll see what next week holds. Let's break this movie down. We're going to start with the hot take. It's where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back, and I'm going to start with my friend Panda. Panda, what'd you think about this movie?
That's right. Thanks, Bran. Hallmark Daddy.
Thank you.
This one we saw a bunch of stuff we usually don't see in these movies. Billiards isn't a standard.
I'm sure we've seen it before, but not like
that.
This.
I mean, that was great. The camping scene was fun. I was like, great, they're gonna go camping. It's gonna be brutal. And then they showed the most phenomenal campsite I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah,
and Brandon, you went camping this weekend.
I did go camping this weekend.
Yeah.
Was it like that?
It was actually really nice. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. We were up at Kiwi at a campsite. I slept in a hammock is where I ended up choosing to sleep.
You did?
Yeah.
Outside?
I tried inside the tent, and my kids were just moving around a lot, and I just can't with like movement.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I went outside, and it was good. I mean, it got cold overnight, and so I kept having to like reconfigure my sleeping materials, but I don't want to sleep inside of a sleeping bag because then I can't move my feet.
Yep.
And I feel like a little like a mermaid.
Yeah.
And so, but I did it, and I liked it. I actually had a really good time, and I can't wait to go back.
You do that again?
I would do it again in a
kids
heartbeat.
like it?
Yeah, my kids loved it.
That's great. I haven't been camping in a long, long time. So, yeah, camping, the kids conspiring together was a new little thing, which was fun.
Yeah,
So,
little parent trap.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. And they started doing that. I was like, they're going to do this. And I was pretty excited about that. So, salute from me. I had a salute from me.
And this would be, but you went like a tip of the cap salute.
I'm coming.
of course.
Well, I'm shooting up and then
of course.
direct down.
Of course you did.
So I had a good time with it. I had a good time. Brand, Hallmark Daddy, over to you.
Yeah, this one is fine for me. I didn't like love it. It's tough after yesterday's movie, where it was just a fall frenzy.
Bonanza frenzy, yeah.
It was tough. I watched the fall one first, and then I watched this one, and so like comparatively with those fall feels, those outfits, those song choice, like it's hard. This one was a hard one for me, but I thought the two leads, I like both of these folks, and it was good. It was good. I'm just it's the back and forth between fall and not fall. It's tough. And I would just rather, if we're going to do movies and mysteries, I would just rather be a mystery, I think, at this point. Like, that's just kind of where I am. Can I tell you where I'm at?
You always do, Brand.
I missed the mysteries. I'm ready for them to come back. I think we got one coming up.
We do.
In a couple weeks, maybe. But, this movie was fine. It was a fine movie. Just not fall. But it wasn't claiming to be. So, what can you do?
Right. Yeah, I thought in the first 10 minutes it was going to be one of the worst of the year. I felt like I saw where it was going, and that was straight to Boring Town. And I guess it exceeded my expectations by just being bad. Like, it wasn't terrible. I thought it was going to be awful and really boring. And you've got this heart storyline, and you got the Thunderbirds, and you got Niall Mater and Heather Hemmings doing their thing. It wasn't good. I wouldn't recommend it, but I just felt like it could have been so much worse and wasn't. And so I was thankful for that. Like, I left kind of relieved that it wasn't the movie that I thought we were getting in the first 10 minutes, because I felt like I'd seen that movie before. And I missed the mysteries as well. The fall, whatever. I missed the mysteries. The mysteries, I wish we could have those back.
The fall, whatever.
The fact that you saw one fall movie and now every movie has to be just covered in a burnt orange is absurd. Like, you can have both. I just
That's interesting. What's the bottom of your foot right now?
Oh, it's burnt orange.
Oh, burnt orange.
Oh,
look at that.
So somebody's not. Somebody's
matches with
hypocrite, huh?
Somebody's drinking the
Sometimes I'll wear them. Sometimes I don't. Is what I'm saying, Brain. Sometimes I'll have shoes on that aren't burnt orange, and that's okay.
It's not okay.
It is.
It's fall.
You've never mentioned until this very moment.
Because it wasn't fall.
So we had all these decorations last week. I didn't have these shoes on.
Exactly.
Should have.
That's exactly my point, Dan. You've made my point.
Great. Good. I'm glad I did.
It's time for all the feels.
Somebody in the comment is asking why Brand looks stuffed. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. The G's, I think.
What does that mean, stuffed? What does that mean?
Like
I
State
had a
Bar
lot
of Marshmallow Man?
I had a lot of pumpkin spice
Goldfish. Yeah, you sure did.
So
We all did.
because they're back. Not a sponsor, but would gladly take them on if Johnny Goldfish were to email us. It's all time for all the feels. I'm sorry, we said it and then we didn't do anything with it. Maybe we can run it again. It's time for all the feels.
Time for all the feels.
And I'm going to kick it over to my friend Brian. Brian, what you feeling?
I touched on it. The campsite was a big feel. I was surprised by how nice it was. They mentioned glamping, and I thought they were just going to make a big joke of it, but they didn't.
Glamping's not something to joke about.
I don't think so.
Glamping's a way of life.
Sure.
For me, as a camper.
Yeah, absolutely.
As
a
somebody
camper,
who goes camping.
Yeah, you camp.
Yeah, you're a camper. Who camps?
Having electricity at my campsite, does that make me a glamper? Maybe. But like, so what?
Yeah.
I am made for glamping.
You
I
sure
think.
are.
I'm not made to go out and I'm gonna hike 20 miles and then camp myself. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to be able to like
plug in your hair iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Curling iron. Sure. So the campsite was a feels. It was nice, and they were there for a while. They were out on the lake in the canoe. So that was a feels for me, I would say.
Oh, I mean, I liked the kiss, the first kiss, and then when the dancing, it just it felt real. It's still real to me, dang it. I liked it. I thought it was a solid kiss, and ironically, after yesterday's movie with 1,000 almost kisses, it was nice just to have it. Like, sometimes people just kiss on the first date, like big whoop. So I like that. Dano,
looking like a true camper.
I throw like a true glamper.
No kidding.
He gets it.
Yeah.
I like the billiard scene.
Yeah.
I thought, wildly enough, it was not a billiard scene that seemed weird or staged. They both seemed competitive. It also had a lot of they also had a lot of chemistry in that scene. It was a really good scene. And you could, typically I don't expect Hallmark to do those scenes well. This movie actually did them well. Did it well.
Dan, remember when we went to a restaurant and there was a lot of billiards tables? And we started playing billiards together. And I
do remember this.
And then for some reason it hits that I feel like we are early, like we're at a clan meeting. Like, it just kind of the way that it was set up.
We had heard,
and we didn't mean to.
We had heard these wings were great.
Yeah.
And we show up and there's all these pool tables and there's like 6 restaurant tables.
Yeah.
So we sit down and it's just like empty in there, and then we give our
and
order.
then as the afternoon went
we'll
on,
shoot some pool. And then when we left, we realized there were a lot of signs that pointed to the fact that maybe the place we're in wasn't a place we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And the wings weren't that good.
And the wings were bad.
Yeah.
So insult to injury there.
Insult to, absolutely.
Obviously.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Dan?
I already gave mine. Brand, back to
you
you.
sure did.
Billiards. Back to you, Brand.
Remember that time you and Dan went to play billiards at that place?
You remember that? And it turned out it may have been,
We got a little something special in the pocket. Read your note card.
Oh, it's time to go to a break. We're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about the Wait What and the What the Hallmark here on
Deck
the
the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Vroom, vroom.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking about Come Fly With Me. Come fly, come fly away. Where it's time for the Wait What. It's where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait.
Hold on.
What? Brian? I'm sorry, Panda?
Yep, we're here. So just to get this out of the way, there another microwave in an kitchen island. Just so we're clear, we add that to the tally.
I don't know why that's the way. What, Brian? Like, that's normal, and you should just be used to that.
Hey, let me get a beer, please.
That's right.
So the kind of the flight the hometown hero gets seemed like a little excessive of a gift.
A little excessive. Brian, the reason that we're in these suits is because they decide that the hometown hero gets a suit like the
Man of the
Thunderbirds.
Man of the year.
Can
Guy
you imagine just the Army, like the Navy SEALs?
Yes.
Being like, oh, you're the hometown hero? Here's a Navy SEAL outfit. You're going to go underwater in our next expedition.
For 10 minutes, yeah.
Like, It's absurd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it was just so Niall Mater could be in uniform, which was just egregious. And so we decided if that guy with no military training background of any kind can have a uniform, so can we.
Yeah.
You don't take them up and do 9 Gs because they've helped a few old ladies across the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Jiminy Christmas.
So a bit much. The pep talk from the team leader after she was a little late coming into the formation, he says, hey, listen, stay aggressive and relax. And if I hear that advice, like, I'm crashing the plane. Like, I'm like, I don't know. What do you do? Stay aggressive and relax.
That's right.
Oh, no, but relax. How do you do? That's fighter pilot speak, I guess, because that doesn't make any sense. And the U.S. flag officiating the wedding was a move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just there was nobody up there, just the biggest flag available on base, and that was all that was up there.
Classic.
I only have a couple. One, when they go to the air show, they're like, hey, there's Mom. And I don't know why this was so funny to me, but it was clearly not her. It was clearly someone else, and they were just like,
yes.
And it was just the most awkward wave, a wave that you would give to somebody that you don't know. It's not the type of wave that you would give to your family if you saw them in the stands. And it definitely it just clearly wasn't her, and it just made me laugh quite hard, in fact. And I don't also know why it like made me chuckle so much that she took a plane to go get a heart herself. She said, "I'll take care of this."
Yeah.
Can you do that if you're in the Thundercats? Can you just go and just be like, "Hey"?
I think they would have, as long as the medical personnel are on the plane, they don't really they would have taken any way of getting it transported at that point.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Great. Good for her.
Get access to planes. Do whatever you want.
Easy peasy when you're in the
piece of
Thunderbirds.
cake.
Thundercat. It wasn't a Thunder.
It was just
random.
little.
Yeah, but just be like, hey, I got it. I'm good to go. I don't know. And then my last one is she was like, man, I'm working nonstop. I am putting in all the work. While at the same time, those two bozos are in there playing basketball in the office. Just what is this place? Is this our office? Are we in the Thunderbirds?
Looks like it.
It looks like we are. Yeah. It looks like we are.
We made it.
Dan?
At the beginning, the Thunderbirds have a meeting in what is their office on a military base or in the waiting area at the service department of an automobile dealership. I don't know which it is, but most of their scenes take place like where I get my truck serviced. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but they have this flat screen, and there's like 6 people in the room. And the head of the Thunderbirds, Captain Big Bird, Captain Thunderbird, has a ginormous pointer to point at the TV screen. Bro, everyone is 6 feet away from you, and there are 2 pictures on that screen. You don't need a pointer. You don't need you literally just need to say it, and everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. I didn't know why that was necessary.
It's weird because you come around with your pointer all the time.
Yeah, you always
look
do
at
that.
right
That's
here.
True. That's true.
Pointing, so
I thought you guys would let me slide
a little
there.
hypocritical.
Yeah,
it's weird that you would bring it up.
I
and
will
expect us
the
to
meeting
slide.
will be about 5 reasons why you shouldn't have brought that up, and I will go through with
Point through all
as I always do. We're meant to believe that her nickname of Blitz is a big secret. I think it's just because her last name is
She's a good pass rusher.
Fitzgerald.
Okay, that, yeah.
But Blitz and Fitz rhyme because the other guy, his nickname is Frost, and his first name is Robert. So it's just Robert Frost, like the poet. I don't think that these nicknames are nearly as secret, or whoever wrote the script just did a really bad job of hiding how secretive
here's the thing,
to be.
And I don't want to get graphic here, but on their wedding day, she is like, hey, let me tell you something, and whispers in his ear what Blitz means. And his response is like it was like dirty. It was like, hey, I'll blitz you later type of thing.
What?
But you guys didn't.
What?
You guys didn't pick up on that?
What did
like, hey, like I'll blitz, like
be blitz later?
Like, yeah, you know, like something that you would say.
I
don't know, man.
Blitz you later?
You later?
I don't know. That's not something I say. I don't talk that way. But like
I think it is.
But here's the weird thing is that she told
you thought Blitz was a sex joke.
Because earlier I walked in, he goes, "Hey, Brian, go blitz yourself." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, Brandon." I thought I was just saying hello.
You guys didn't think it was a sex thing?
No. No, Bran.
She might have made it for that occasion, but I don't think deep down it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You think that she made it?
I think she made it a sex thing.
Well, okay.
But early on in the movie, she told his daughter. So,
it couldn't have been.
I hope it wasn't a sex thing.
Mine out of the gutter.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
See? Cece said she thought it was a sex thing. It's not just me.
Okay.
I'm not the only one. Raise your hand if you thought that it was a sex thing.
We have a live crowd here today. No one's raising their hand.
They're blitzing quiet.
Daryl? Daryl, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Hey, Daryl, how are you, buddy?
I've been better.
What are you doing?
I drove down from London, Ontario.
Right.
As I always do with my family.
Yes.
Because I hear you have good bits.
Let me look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking, and I'm not liking.
You don't like this?
I don't.
And you didn't think the end of the movie was a sex thing?
I didn't.
Okay.
You need to get your mind out of the gutter, young man.
You come across any good bits lately, Daryl?
Not yet, but Big Mama Strawberry's on her way. She usually has something up her sleeve.
Okay. Is that a
We'll
sex
blitz
thing?
you later.
All right. Dan, anyway, what's for you?
I already started, but thank you for keeping track all episode long with me. I really appreciate it. At one point, she's studying her.
I gotta be honest. I am fading in and out of consciousness.
At one point, she's studying her. She's studying, and it literally is just a picture of a plane doing a loop-de-loop. And it's like she's really in it. She's invested in it. It's like, I think you're past this. That would be my guess anyway. And then lastly, no, actually, I'm going to save that. We're good. We're good for now.
One of the double-deckers said that call signs usually have a clean and a dirty.
Of course. Like, it's
all right.
Supposed to be, like somebody else said, it's something embarrassing that happened in your past. But what I'm saying is that may be true in real life, but in this movie, the Frost, they give away
But
Frost.
look at his reaction when she whispers in his in the ear.
It could be they didn't think of anything, and
Say
so
it's
he's react.
Say it's a sex
It's
thing.
not a sex thing.
I'm gonna contact Niall.
All right,
I'm gonna be like,
contact
Niall, was it a sex thing? With no other contact.
Again, if you're driving in the minivan right now in the Chrysler Pacifica, and you've got to explain this to your children, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of like a turtle.
Can't help it.
You are.
Turtle.
Upside down turtle.
Go to my
Because she's upside down so much. In and out.
Pilot.tv/DTH. Let's get to what the Hallmark is, where we wonder what could have been. Maybe hoping some clarity to what she's left. Ryan, I'm sorry, Panda, what are you still wondering about?
Yeah. Panda's still here. So near the end there, Niall's character, he gave a letter to the doctor and said, "Hey doc, give this to the donor family, please, for me." Why didn't she fly the letter with her when she picked up the heart?
Right.
Why didn't she just take the letter?
I would assume that there's no one there to hand it to.
But you give it to the medical team.
The medical
right?
team's getting on board, right?
No, nobody was on board with her.
They just dropped the heart off?
She just took the heart in a little Coleman container.
Little Coleman, classic.
She like she was camping,
Coleman,
glamping.
the cooler of organs.
Can you imagine you're glamping and one of the containers has a heart in it?
Oh, man.
Imagine that.
Just
We've
fry
all
that
been
bad
there.
boy up. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been to some air shows in my day. In fact, I once met a guy at an air show who claimed that he had an alternative source of gasoline. So he pointed to this container in the back of his truck. I was like, what's that? And he was like, it's an alternative source of gasoline. He gave me no more information, but he did say he had a patent. So shout out to that guy if you're listening.
Yeah.
Just the Thunderbirds in general. I'm now very intrigued at the process of picking and becoming a member of the Thunderbirds because I am. What?
You want to try to be a member of the Thunderbirds?
I don't want to. I'm not nearly qualified. I'm just saying that I don't know. I feel like I would have expected if you are chosen to be a part of the Thunderbird that you wouldn't struggle as much to get it down as she did.
Sure.
It seemed like she was like a last dish effort, or else we're gonna have to shut down the Thunderbirds or something. I just feel like you would have done a lot of the training already. I don't know how it works, so I'm intrigued. Sure. I don't want to be a part of the Thunderbirds though. No interest.
No.
Nor do I have the
They'd be lucky to
qualifications.
have you, Brandon.
They would be lucky to have me. Dan?
Yeah. There's a part in this movie where a guy is leaving the Thunderbirds to do another job, which allows him to stay in town for another 2 years. And the implication there is that, hey, maybe this relationship could work. Maybe, I guess that means she could stay in town for a few more years. I guess my question is if you're a part of the Thunderbirds and there's no active need for the Thunderbirds overseas, how often do you have to move?
Yeah, why do they keep rotating out? Yeah.
What's the deal there?
What's the deal?
What's the deal with Thunderbirds? Thunderbirds? I don't know. I just don't. I'm very confused as to why this was a sticking point for her. And then they find out it's possible to maybe stay 2 more years, and they're like, oh, maybe we should, maybe we should pursue this relationship further. Either you got to move all the time or you don't. It's one thing if you're stationed.
Right.
Like my grandfather was stationed in Hawaii and Panama and all these places, but it's another thing if you're a part of the Thunderbirds and you're in Nevada or wherever and you're training there. Like, what's the I guess the chances, the likelihood that you're going to be moving every year or two? And I honestly do not know. I'm not making fun of the movie. I don't know the answer to that question. So I guess that was all I had.
Great job, buddy.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate
Really
that.
We
good.
did it, everybody. Congratulations. We went to Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. We flew with the Thunderbirds, and we're better for it. Tomorrow, Jackson's going to be here, and we're going to talk about When Calls the Heart. The last week's episode was Bonkers Bananas, and we'll see how this week's turns out. And then, of course, Fast Fridays on Friday.
And tomorrow we get the schedule.
Well,
too,
we already
so
got it.
that's
It was
exciting.
today. It's
Yeah.
actually
Tomorrow
coming out
we get
later,
the
but-
schedule.
but-
That's fantastic.
Until then, maybe we're the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.
Why?